Yo, good day guys, good day guys. Hope you are doing good guys. So guys, before you get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can get notified once I upload videos like this again guys. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be giving you all an update on the currencies that we trade guys in this channel, which is Xauusd, Euro USD, GBP USD, and also USD JPY guys. Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is Xauusd, because I recently made a video on how I trade Xauusd guys. I hope you all learned how I trade Xauusd, and those who are interested in the way that I trade, that's the kind of approach that I used when I come trade this thing guys, right? And if you check here, Xauusd guys is actually moving in the direction that we have been waiting for guys, right? Remember, we've been waiting for this breakout on this certain major key day, and we finally got the breakout guys. This means if we get proper confirmations, we are going to be taking more sales to the bottom guys. But then we are going to be analyzing Xauusd in this video guys. I'm going to be giving you guys and I'm going to be showing you all which direction am I going for next, right? How am I going to be approaching this one also? Okay, because the first one guys, it was just a choparara. Our take profit was hit on this one guys, right? And as you all can see guys, the market was just giving us those beautiful impulsive movements guys. I think this was the US election. The US election is the one that drove this whole market for it to do this guys, right? Remember, this week we were having a US election, blah blah blah, which drove a lot of pairs guys, right? Which drove a lot of pairs to go for impulsive movements like this one. But then me guys actually closed after the market hit my take profit day. Okay, after the take profit, I was just like, okay, let me just wait for that breakout now, right? We recently got that breakout, but then we'll come back and reanalyze this one nicely guys, so that we can get our perfect entry. And yeah guys, we'll just come back to it. Okay, I don't want to say much for now. We'll just get into it as we analyze, right? And then guys, Euro USD guys, we're still pushing for the take profit. As you can see guys, the market is still going to the bottom. Also here we recently broke out, right? But then on this one guys, I actually closed as the market was grabbing momentum there, because I just thought that my account was going to be at risk, because this was just a double bottom. Remember, this is a reversal point guys, and I got a different confirmation. We have a beautiful double bottom there, right? This is just our first bottom, right? And then the other side, it's our second bottom there, right? So I was like, okay, we have a double bottom there. It means the market is going to give us those beautiful buying opportunities, right? And then we had a neckline there. As you can see, market actually reversed, retested on the neckline, and then continued with those beautiful buys guys. Okay, but then I did not enter the buys. I was just off the charts. By then I was off Euro USD. Okay, so I was looking at other pairs. I was actually looking at USD when this thing was happening guys. Okay, but then as you can see, we're still pushing to the bottom. Recently got a breakout, so we're just going to be here. We're just going to be waiting on a retest on this zone, and then we're going to be continuing with the sales, right? Which has been our plan ever since we entered this certain trade guys. Okay, so this one was just a choparara guys. I hope you guys milked this one guys. Okay, it was just a choparara. Got our beautiful sales. We're still looking for more sales. Okay, we might get continuous sales. Remember, we once identified this other bigger trend there. Okay, we might get continuous sales to the bottom, but then we'll see as the market is moving guys. Okay, and then GBP USD guys. So on GBP USD guys, also this one we just melt, right? So I recently entered this one guys. We'll just see where it's going to go, because we recently got a breakout. This was just a retest. We have a double top at our entry point there, so we're just waiting for those impulsive movements to the bottom, and we're having a double top on our 1-day chart. So imagine the kind of movement that is coming guys. Okay, if the market respects this double top, we are going to be getting those beautiful sales straight to the bottom guys. Okay, as I've said guys, this is like a trial and error thing. If this double top was not respected guys, you can't blame anyone. Nobody controls the market. Okay, you can't blame yourself, you can't blame me, you can't blame that certain strategy that you are using. If the market is not respecting that certain strategy, it means you've missed a certain point while analyzing, or there's a certain thing that drives the market in a different direction guys. You can't always be right guys. Okay, there's not 100% strategy, hence we even say we have the 90 50% rule, not the 100% rule. If there was a 100% rule, everybody would be rich by now, guys. Everybody would be making a lot of cash. Okay, but then if you're still in your losing streak, guys, just know that it's fine, guys. That's just how this thing goes. You can't always win all the time, but then your time is coming. You just have to be consistent and practice more, and then make sure that you log in, guys. Okay, that's the only way to mastering this thing, guys. Okay, you just gotta log in and then wait for your time to come, guys. Okay, no, not everybody's time is now. Okay, but then we'll just get into that some other time, guys, right? Then USD JPY, guys, USD JPY actually went in our direction. Also, we're having a beautiful double bottom there, but then this one I didn't enter it, guys, because I was mainly focusing on gold, guys. Okay, so gold got me hyped up. I didn't even check any other pair than gold and GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD, as I've said, I recently entered it, so I didn't enter it at the entry point. I entered it at the neckline. Okay, but then we'll just see how it goes, that one, guys. But then here, as you can see, we're still pushing to the top. As I've said, we have a 90% to complete. Okay, so the market is still going to be pushing to the top. Our next entry can actually be on any of the zones that I have identified there, right? So if the market hits one of the zones there, let's say it reverses and hits this certain zone, let's say it just reverses and hits that certain zone, wait for proper confirmations and then take your buys to the top. Simple as that, guys, right? Your proper confirmation here is just going to be your double bottom. Okay, so your double bottom, we are going to get it on your 1 hour chart, or okay, from your 4 hour chart to your 15 to 5 minutes chart. That is where you can get your double bottom, right? You're going to start on your 4 hour chart. If there's no double bottom, scale down to your 1 hour chart. If there's no double bottom, scale down to your 30 minutes, scale down to your 15 minutes, scale down to your 5 minutes. Okay, so the last time frame that I check is actually my 5 minutes. Okay, but then recently I haven't been checking my smaller time frame since I get my confirmations in the highest time frame, right? Also here we got our beautiful confirmation in the highest time frame, guys, which is actually our 4 hour chart. Okay, so if you check here, we just have a beautiful first bottom, right? And then we're having a beautiful second bottom there, right? And then the market is pushing back to the top, as you can see, guys. This was just a beautiful one, right? But then now I just feel like we just gotta get a reversal first in order for us to enter any position. Okay, for now we're just going to be off USD JPY until it hits a certain zone, and then we are going to be taking our positions. And the nicest thing about USD JPY, as it was busy playing around, it was creating a falling wedge, right? Remember, I use 4 confirmations, which is my falling wedge, rising wedge, double bottom, double top, right? So here we're having a falling wedge and a double bottom. So I just feel like we're still expecting those impulsive movements to the bottom since we're having 2 strong confirmations, right? But guys, as I've said, we're going to be analyzing XAUUSD only here. This one's we already have the market's direction. We just gotta get our entry points, and then we're going to be milking, guys. Okay, so let's just analyze XAUUSD to get an entry point also on this one. Okay, as I've said here, we are going to be pushing to the bottom, guys, right? I remember in my previous video, I told you all that once we break that major key, guys, we are going to get impulsive movements to the bottom. If you check what's happening right now, guys, oh, gold is going, guys. Gold is actually like dropping. Okay, it's actually crashing to the bottom. But then let's just get a beautiful entry where we can actually melt, guys. Okay, so as you all know, I'm going to start on my 1 month chart. Right, on my 1 month chart, I'm going to identify my low and my high, knowing that if the market hits my low, I'm expecting a reversal point. If the market hits my high, I'm expecting a reversal point, guys, right? Remember, your lowest point acts as your support area in this time frame, and then your highest point acts as a resistance area. Remember, when the market hits your support, you're looking for buys. When the market hits your resistance, you're looking for sells, but only if you get proper confirmations, because your support and resistance, they can be broken, guys. Okay, then after that, you're just going to be identifying your zones, which are just the reversal points. So wherever you see the market touching and changing direction, or touching and reversing, you're going to identify that point there as a zone, right? And then just going to be identifying the ones on the current market, because that is what we are currently focusing on, right? And then after that, you're just going to identify your major trend to identify the overall direction of the market. So currently we are in a beautiful uptrend there. Okay guys, so the reason why we identify our trends is to check the 90% rule. Is the 90% rule being respected or not? Because remember, the 90% rule is the one that is going to give you an opportunity to hold a certain long-term trade. Because we know that if the market hits our third touch day, we're going to wait for the market to grab momentum, breakout, retest, and then that is when we are going to be taking our beautiful sells straight to that bottom day. Okay, so let me just also draw the top part like that. Okay, as you can see guys, we're just having a beautiful uptrend. So in this time frame, we're just going to be waiting for that touch, market to grab momentum, breakout, retest, and then we are going to venture into the long-term sells straight to that lowest point there, guys, right? Okay, and then after this, you're just going to go to your 1 week chart, right? So on your 1 week chart, you're going to identify another trend, and you're also going to be identifying more zones, guys. So I'm just going to remove the major trend just to have a cleaner chart. Okay, right, so I'm going to start with my zones, guys, right? I'm actually going to start with the one at this lowest point, since that is my support area, guys. Remember, at your support area, that is where your trend is going to start, guys. As I've said in my previous videos, support area, that is where your trend is going to start, and also on your resistance, right? You should only know how an uptrend is formed or how a downtrend is formed, okay, which I'm going to explain once we reach 500 subs, guys. I'm going to be dropping the tutorial, so make sure you share the video, guys, okay, and you also subscribe, guys, okay. So this is my beautiful support area there. So my trend is going to start at this current lowest point there, right? And then my zones are just the reversal points. I'm just going to be identifying those reversal points, okay. So if you check, currently we just broke this certain buy zone here, right? And we are currently approaching this certain other buy zone there. Okay, the reason why I'm saying it's a buy zone, guys, the market comes from up there. So if the market hit there and then gave us proper confirmations, we were going to get buys. Okay, hence I'm saying it's a buy zone, but then we broke it. So now it's no longer a buy zone, it's actually a what? A sell zone, guys, right? Okay, then after that, we are going to identify your trend, which is easily this one, guys. Okay, so also here, once you get your beautiful third touch, the market is just going to grab momentum, breakout, retest, and then more sells to the bottom. Okay, also the top part here. Okay, I just feel like from how this current market looks, guys, we might get some beautiful impulsive movements to the bottom, guys. Okay, but then we'll just see as we scale down into smaller time frames, which confirmations are we having. Okay, and then we're having this beautiful major key here. We know that after we break this major key, it's going to give us our first opportunity to enter until the 90% of the major key, guys. The 90% rule is actually a very powerful tool, guys. Okay, for me, I just feel like it's a very powerful tool. You can actually learn how to swing trade using your 90%. I just feel like the easiest way to be confident with that certain swing trade that you're taking, it's through the 90%. This is our 1 week chart. So if you break and retest, imagine, guys, that whole swing trade can actually take months, guys. Okay, a month or two, okay, or even 3, or even more than that. It's going to only depend on the volatility of the market. How was the market moving as it was going to complete this 90%, and obviously we are going to encounter reversals and stuff. Okay, so yeah, guys, that's just how it is. And then from this, you're gonna go to your 1 day chart, right? On your 1 day chart, you're going to identify more zones, and you're also going to identify another trend, guys, right? So here our current support is actually at this certain lowest point, so that is where our trend is going to start. We're having a beautiful uptrend here, guys, right? So I just feel like right now the market is going for a dead touch. Okay, hence I'm saying we might get more impulsive movements to that bottom there. So I just feel like the market is going for a dead touch. After we get a dead touch, market is just going to grab momentum and then break out. Then we're going to enter at the retest level and then take more beautiful sells straight to the bottom, guys. Okay, and then also the top part there. Okay, we're actually having a beautiful uptrend here. Okay, so the only thing that we are waiting for here in this trend, we're just waiting for our beautiful dead touch, guys, right? And we are having a beautiful major key here. We recently broke that beautiful major key, guys, right? So I just feel like right now we should just wait for the market to give us a proper retest, okay, or a reversal. If it's going to reverse probably to that zone there, we are going to be entering our beautiful sells straight to that lowest point there, guys, okay. But we are still looking for sells. So our actual take profit right now is going to be at this 90%, which is also our beautiful support area there. Okay, and as the market is going to complete its 90%, it's going to be giving us a third touch there, guys. Okay, let me show you what happens, guys. Okay, so if you check on Euro USD, I just want to make a quick example and then we'll go back there, right? This was the trend that we were currently looking for. This was just the major key, guys, right? So this was our trend, this was the major key, but then inside that major key we had another major key, which is this one, which we also used in our advantage, guys, right? But if you check here, as the market is going to complete the 90% of the major key, it's going to hit a third touch. This was our third touch. After that third touch, the market did what? Grab momentum and then broke out. That's the same thing that is going to, I just feel like that's the same thing that is going to happen on the USD, guys. That is actually what we want the market to do, okay, in order for us to enter more impulsive movements to the bottom, guys. Okay, so let's just go find a proper entry point. So we're just going to be scaling down to like smaller time frames to get that proper entry point, right? So this is currently our resistance, right? The market just broke back into our resistance. I just feel like we just gotta get a retest on that resistance in order for us to get those impulsive sells to the bottom, guys. Okay, and if you check on that major key, we're having another beautiful major key here, guys. So here we've been working with a lot of major keys, right? And as you can see, guys, the 90% of this major key has to be complete. So our take profit can actually be at that certain lowest point there. And judging from how the current market is moving now, I just feel like we might not have any retest, but then we'll just see, guys. Let me just identify all of my zones, which are going to act as my reversal points or as my entry points. Okay, remember your zones are just reversal points. Wherever you see the market touching and changing direction, you're just going to be identifying that certain point there as your zone, guys. Okay, and we recently retested on this one. Okay, let's just check if there's proper confirmations. Maybe we might get a beautiful entry on that certain zone there. Okay, we do not have a proper double top yet, but then this zone has more potential because we once had a reversal at that zone. So we'll just wait for the market to come back to that zone, and then we are going to be taking those beautiful sells straight to the bottom, guys, right? But if that is not going to happen, we'll just wait for the market to break its current lowest point and then come retest on it. Okay, if the market breaks its current low, it's just going to come retest on it, and then we are going to be getting those beautiful sells to the bottom, guys. Okay, let me just show you all an example of what I'm talking about. If you check here, this was our current lowest point. If you check, the candlestick did what? This candlestick broke out, and then this next candlestick just went back to the top. Okay, let me just try and do a replay. Okay, oh shit, kind of have to pay for this thing. Wow. Okay, but then here, guys, if you check here, okay, on other pages, the replay is working. I don't know what's going on with Xauusd USD, guys. Okay, I thought it was free on all the pairs, guys. Sorry about that though. But then if you check here, this was just our current low here. This was the low there. The market broke that low. Right after it broke back into that low, we had that beautiful retest, which is this one, right? After the retest, we had more impulsive movements to the bottom. So same applies here, guys, right? We just gotta come back and break the low, which is this one. We just gotta come back and break that low. After it breaks the low, we just gotta we have to wait for a retest. After that retest, we are going to be taking those beautiful sells straight to the bottom, guys. Okay, so we'll just wait for that on the USD, right? So our first take profit is just going to be a small take profit, which is to this 90% here. So we'll just take our sells. Our sells are actually our main entry point is that certain zone there, remember guys, right? But then if it's not gonna, that zone is not gonna be working, we'll just use this next one, right? But then this is our actual entry point, right? Our first take profit is just gonna be at that certain thingy there, and then our major take profit, okay, or our long-term take profit is going to be at that certain 90%, which is this one. Okay, so our major take profit is actually going to be at that last lowest point there, guys. Okay, so that's gonna be our major take profit, right? That's gonna be our take profit 1 at this 90%. Our take profit 2 can actually be at this other 90% of this major key, right? And then our last take profit is just going to be at that trend's 90%. And we know that if the market is going to complete this 90%, it's going to be a third touch on this one, and then all of that is going to happen, guys, right? Third touch, grab momentum, breakout, and then we'll look for more sales straight to the other 90%, guys, right? As I've said in the previous videos, once it starts respecting what we are talking about, we might get the long-term trades, guys, on this one. Okay, so we'll just see how the market reacts to this certain direction that we are going for, guys. Okay, hoping to get proper confirmation so that we can actually execute this one, guys. Okay, so guys, this is just gonna be the end of the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified once I upload videos like this again, guys. And guys, please follow our Instagram account at Trader Flow Empire, guys. Okay, let's build that empire. Thank you, guys.